first I have to say thank you to you for this interview. I really want to have a talk with you about your gift because I was so impressed about what you did with me or for me with the painting. So first of all, I want to know when did you start painting?
I've been a painter since I was a small child. And in kindergarten, I remember I didn't want to go lay down and take a nap. I just wanted to keep painting. I liked the painter shirt. And my grandmother was really encouraging. She always had colored construction paper, and we cut things out of magazines and put them together. And she would sew a dress during the day that she was going to wear that night. So creative and creative cook and all those things. And she belonged to a lot of organizations that helped people. And I didn't realize it at the time how good she was until later on. But yeah, I was always encouraged to do those things. And I like to draw.
Okay.
I kind of continued it in the third grade. There was a girl that I liked that liked horses. So I learned how to draw horses so I could get her attention.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Everything for love, right?
Right.
And then when you start switching this, or when you realize that you have this gift?
So my sister passed away in 2007.
Okay.
But before she passed, she had a couple encounters with a psychic.
Okay.
And there was a psychic that their kids went to the same school, and my grandmother had passed away earlier and came through to the psychic, and she grabbed my sister and said, "Listen, they're telling me I need to tell you something." And my sister's like, "What?" And so my sister kind of discounted what the psychic said, and then she told me what happened, and I said, "That's all true. You didn't know the whole story of what was going on about my grandparents didn't get along. My sister thought they did. I'm the oldest grandchild, so I got to see more of that. And everything the psychic said was true. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I didn't really believe in it before. And so fast forward, my sister passed after a double lung transplant. She was healthy, and then she was gone.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, thank you. She's with me.
Yeah, I bet she is.
She's always here. But so, which is funny because I have other friends like Tracy that are psychics, and before I know them, they always say, "You have a person that's over your shoulder," and it's like, yeah, I know who it is.
Oh.
So I started to tune in. I have to thank Tracy Mahan, who told me after my first session with her, "You're going to go home and you're going to draw my spirit guide." And I'm like, yeah, right. I thought about it the whole way home. I think she's out there. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. And then I went home and did it.
Yeah.
And then I was unsure. I'm thinking that's about 7 years ago that I did my first spirit guide. And it was really strange. It felt like it wasn't me.
Okay.
And so then I was kind of unsure about it. And I did a few more for people. And every time it felt like this out-of-body experience. But I liked it. But I didn't want to be perceived as a quack or something. Because somehow I just thought, oh no, this can't be true. But the more I do it, the more I'm like, okay, it's making sense now. It's coming through me. I'm a conduit. I'm acceptable. That's not the right word. I'm willing to do this. I feel like I'm here to bring people comfort and maybe give them some insight.
Yes.
So I do that with my art too. People are going to see what they're going to see. They show up in my art.
Yeah.
Even I used to paint them out, but they will show up in my art, and now I leave them. So it's like, it might be a message for someone.
Wow. So is there any kind of like a routine that you do before start painting? Do you meditate or something
I kind of do a
spiritual?
meditation.
Yeah.
So meditation takes on various forms. So some people are really still. I try to
Yeah.
do that, but I also try to take a walk. A walk clears my
Nice.
brain. So, that's a good form of meditation.
Yeah.
I try to get my feet on the ground. If I can get
Nice.
to the beach, I'm about an hour away from the beach, from the ocean. So when I do that, that's a really good grounding for me because I have issues with grounding. I definitely need to be grounded.
Okay.
I'm very fortunate to live in the country, so I can just walk out in the backyard and step in the dirt if I like to.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
and be around trees. Trees are I'm very connected to trees, very connected. In a
That's
past
amazing.
life, I was part of the tree kingdom.
Oh,
Yeah. So I definitely have that.
that's
Affiliate.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
I
you
draw.
have all that information about Mother Earth from early
Yeah,
on with you. That's
I'm
amazing.
definitely connected. So yeah.
And have you done yours?
I think I might have without knowing.
Okay.
I have a couple reoccurring that I'm like, I don't know who they belong to, and I think they might have been mine all along.
Wow.
So I don't have them where I can show them to you yet, but they're in sketchbooks and they're in storage. But I think, oh, I'd been drawing that longer than I knew. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's probably for me.
Oh, that's nice. So when you have this painting, I know the first step for you is to see the person, right? You want to feel something.
Yeah, I want to feel your energy, or I've even done it talking on the phone, but I like the visual thing. The
Yeah.
funny part is I don't see what the guide looks like. I have a knowing, which is really frustrating for an artist when you don't see it. So it's kind of like a cosmic ha-ha. You get to know, and then it comes out. And so I don't say, oh, I see this and then I paint it. It evolves, and it reveals itself to me, which is really interesting. And then I usually do a double check with a friend or two and say, hey, I'm working on this. What do you think? And they'll be like, wow, okay. Yeah, you're onto this. I have an agreement. They don't tell me anything because I don't want it to interrupt or have them put their spin on it.
Yeah.
But when I'm done, so my girlfriend is really sensitive and has been as a child. She thought everybody was and didn't understand why other people weren't feeling the same thing or seeing the same things. And she has that agreement. She'll be like, this is recent. So we've been dating for 7 months, which is fun to date another artist. We get each other, right? So she said, you just need to do more of this because I think you're really good at it. And I'm not going to tell you until you're done. And then I'll tell you the feelings that I get. And so she's sort of a backup. One
confirmation.
And says, yeah, hey, you nailed that. And wow, I can't believe how you just pulled this through. So it gave me more confidence to do that. And now I'm feeling more confident. It's like, okay, I'm just allowing it. I gave the title of my Facebook page, Allow the Light, because I wasn't allowing things in. I wasn't allowing the gifts in. I wasn't allowing
the connection.
Right? I was just doing things myself. So now I allow things, and now I'm very grateful.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I love it because and you should go out there and encouraging you to expose everything that you have done, because in my personal case, I was expecting other things. I was not expected what you showed me was like, oh my God. I was like a minute in shock. I was like, oh, what happened here? I really thought what my guides should look like, in your mind.
Yep.
In your mind, you're like, okay, my guides are here for taking care of me, and I've been told since little that everything that is good is white and light,
Right,
right?
right.
So, and I, in my own journey, I've been told so many times that I have to embrace darkness. And when you show me the painting, I was like, oh my goodness, it's it's beautiful, but took me a minute.
When I was doing it, I was like, this is really dark. Because I haven't really painted anything that dark. And I was like, okay, am I on the right track? Did I get sidetracked somewhere here? But I didn't feel it was a dark painting, but I also felt like it was very ancient and very powerful, very ethereal. I mean, like the whole cosmos, I felt like it was just this energy of love. So it wasn't negative dark. It was just this immense ancient energy that you have DNA connected to. That was what I got, and it was really strange how it's a knowing thing for me. So these things pop in my head, and I was like, I don't know where that comes from, but I'll just run with it, and you take what resonates with you.
Yeah, that was my question. How do you get this information? It's just a knowing.
It's a knowing.
Gone. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And
like I said, which is a curse to an artist. It's like, just give me what it looks like and I'll make it. But I
so
think
how do you start?
knowing.
How do you start? Do you have like what do you have? Because you have to use, I guess, different techniques and styles. Mm-hmm. What do you have in front of you before you start something?
A lot of times I'm on my iPad and I just start scribbling.
Okay.
And things come out.
Nice.
Sometimes I take a lot of photographs every day of things, strange, kind of wonky things, just things people wouldn't think of, like a mud puddle or what my coffee looks like that day. And okay. I'll compile these photos together and images come out of them. So figures will show up out of something that has nothing to do with the figure.
Wow.
So that's how they come through. And then I'll modify and draw, and I'll just get this idea that I need to do this. It's as simple as that. And so as long as I trust and don't doubt it, it goes really well. But there are days when you don't trust, and that's when it's tough. Then it might be come back to it later.
Yeah.
Sometimes things come really easy, and sometimes they take a week, a month. I've had it take a month before to finish something. Okay. It's getting easier now. I think they're coming a lot quicker, but I mostly want to make sure that it's authentic. I don't want to be seen as one of those, those cheesy people that, I'll draw your angel, and it has this little halo that looks like people have seen through art history. I get the aura energy. Mm-hmm. I studied art history. I've seen all the images that people have done, and I think it's interesting how they represented angels. I also, if you read, they were scary. Some were very scary when people saw them. It was very traumatic for them. I kind of have a personal experience. I don't really talk about it, but I used to suffer from gout really bad, and I was alone, and I couldn't walk. I had gout in my ankle. It was really, really painful.
Okay.
So it's too much uric acid in your body. So it's like little needles in your tissue. Mm-hmm. It was hard to walk. And I asked for help.
Okay.
And I got,
how old were you?
This was probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
So not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for help, and I got an audio really loud in my ear. I am Seraphim. I'm here to help you. Now, I did not study the Bible. My mother was Southern Baptist, and my father agnostic family.
Okay.
I didn't know what a seraphim was.
Wow.
So I looked it up afterwards, but I got help. I got pain. I got healed.
Wow.
I got healed. It went away, and I was very grateful, and still very grateful. So that changed my life a lot.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, I have many friends that were brought up Catholic, all friends from all walks of life, and so I'm familiar with saints and have had help from them.
Well, yeah, that's a experience. Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm not big on organized religion.
Yeah.
I am very spiritual, and I think that for me, that's what it is. I don't need someone to tell me what I should think. I can just go direct to source. So I go directly to God and messenger.
That's amazing. That's amazing, because you're the perfect channel. They're using all your talent and your hands to give people what they're asking for, and they don't even know what they're asking for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's I don't get to choose who comes through. So a couple of times people are like, can you, I want to see so-and-so come through. And I'm like, I don't know who's going to come through. I had a friend who said, could you just draw my guides? And then her sister came through who had passed. I'd never met her sister. I didn't know what she looked like. And it came through, and she got this tear in her eye, and she said, that's my sister. And her daughter confirmed it too. That's my aunt. So there are some really good moments. There have been some really touching moments. I had a small baby come through. I don't really want to talk about it too much, but this person had lost a child. This baby came through, and it was being cradled by another figure, and I had no idea. I knew that it was like freshly born, really, so it was sensitive, and I didn't want to say anything. I almost didn't want to show him the piece, but she talked about it, and she said, thank you, this is confirmation that it's okay. It was a really rough time in my life, and so that made me feel good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about this now. It's like, there's a reason that I'm here doing that. It's I'm helping people. I want to help people find their spirituality or enhance it, I guess.
And I think the power of the colors as well, when you put it in your space, they will heal in certain way, or
yes
transmit.
Yeah, it's definitely there's a code possibly for each person gets what they need, and I think by putting them up, there may be, for instance, your piece, there may be other people that get something from it. So I'm going to put those on my page and let people look. I've already published yours up on my page.
And
but they don't have the same energy. You get the energy. The energy is in your piece, and if it helps them by seeing it, I think it's spreading it around. It's good.
And I'm looking at every single detail, because mine, it has so many stars and so many drawings, and I just said, I don't understand, but come to me. So I want to.
The marks on top, everything. I don't know where they came from. I don't know. I'm like, why do you want me to mark this up? And
the colors,
Yeah.
It was amazing. And I want to ask you, which one is the weirdest one that you have done? Or for you, the one that shocked you the most, or any one that brings a lot of emotion for you.
Well, yours was out there, but in a good way for me. It was I did not expect it to go dark like that, but then there was this really cool feeling of, I am made of the stars, and that was the showing. I am the. Oh, how do I say that? I am the energy of everything.
Oh, that's
That makes
nice.
sense. I'm the energy of everything. So, yeah. And probably the weirdest one was the one with the little baby, because that was just,
Okay. Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
really,
for sure. Yeah, for sure. You feel like a lot of emotion over
oh,
there. Yeah, as well. Yeah.
yeah, a lot. Um, Tracy Mahan, she laughs because she thinks hers look like Nicolas Cage. But they've all been different. Like another person had a small child that resembled like a young Buddhist monk.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and it was a completely different style than I normally do, and it was really interesting. And for this person, it fit them. I knew them, and it was one of the first that I had done, and it was really strange to know someone, because you don't want to project.
Yeah.
But that wasn't something that she was affiliated with, so it came through. The colors were great, and she still loves it. She just tells me every time I see her, it's hanging in her studio. She's another artist, so
Oh, nice.
it's fun when another artist likes your work, for me, because they kind of get it,
Yeah.
because that they do this, they make art. And so when it's like a musician, if another musician likes your work, or it's just, there's that extra, oh, thank you, because we're kindred spirits, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure people that look for these kind of paintings, they are already in that line of spirituality, right?
I think so too, and I think that's probably what I need to focus on. If I was a marketing person, I would go, okay, I'll go to these groups.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe word of mouth. That's I think that's the way it's just going to grow that way. I don't want to push it. I'm open to doing more. I really enjoyed doing your piece, and I did 2 the same week,
Okay.
which was a lot, because usually it's months in between.
Okay.
And I really had a good time. It was like, oh, this is where I need to be.
That you see, you're receiving your confirmation as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It was
I
joyful.
think it just depends of you. Whenever you're ready to say, I'm going to focus on that, you will receive a lot of people around, because I am been showing this painting to all my friends, and I have to warn you, this is a little bit dark, but look what it is.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to like it a lot. So
Cool, thank you.
yeah, you have to expand. And I really wanted to tell people that it is important that you have it, and to keep it with you, and to look at it, because every time that you look at it, it's like different information is coming. I love that part about the colors, and I guess even your intention. So thank you for prepare yourself before painting. Right, it is important to have this
Yes.
grounded that you do.
To be grounded and clear for the information. I need to get rid of everything that belongs to me, because it's not about me.
Yeah.
So you have to put ego aside.
Yeah, and that's hard to do. So
It is, and I was like, oh well, this isn't really anatomically where things should be, but that's not my thing. I'm not. I'm an artist, and I used to be a perfectionist. See this background? I am letting everything hang out here. This is the basement. This is the storage area. There's no pretty background here. It's just what it is.
It's perfect. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. So my studio is a little more, well, it's cleaned up because I had guests last night, but it's like that. It's like work, make things, and then clean it all up. So that's kind of how I do it. It's a clearing. It's like a ritual, I would say.
Yeah. It looks like, yeah.
Everything you do, it's a ritual. It's work, have that energy, and then clean it up, clear the space for new energy.
And did you receive like any messages after that you paint? Because I think you are opening a channel, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. So maybe now it's painting, but very soon they will start speaking to you more and more.
I think I'm starting to get things. In fact, I was going to say that it changed the way that I do my regular painting.
Okay.
So I just finished this piece yesterday. It was hanging on the wall. People came in and this woman is like, "Is this for sale?" I said, it just dried. I haven't signed it. It's not ready to go." She goes, "This just brings me inner peace."
Oh my.
Yeah. And so I was like, "You made my day." But I think that came from me calming and centering myself in my own work. I was like, oh, I'd forgotten that I needed to do that. So doing the guide pieces changed the way that I'm working. I'll say that. Yeah. So spirit has changed the way. And so it's starting to attract people to my other work as well. So I'm very happy about that. It was a fun experience last night to get to talk to someone who just immediately the energy was right. And I think that's what people buy your energy.
Yes.
Whatever you do, it's about your energy, right?
Yes. So. Yes. Especially in art, right? It's about feelings.
So I call it the cosmic 2x4. Sometimes that's what it takes to get me going. It's like, okay, I'm listening now.
Oh my goodness. I really love it and appreciate all your time because connecting to people, because you took the time for calling to look at people and then to just wait and receive, because you told me it could take months maybe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will, you're not trying to rush anything.
No.
And you're very honest about it as well. So I was waiting patiently and then it was done. I was so excited about that.
Good. I was really amazed how quickly it came through and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. I like when it comes quickly and I'm trying to be more open about it. And I do want to be honest because I think if you're not honest, if you're not an authentic person, it's not good for you and it's not good for the other people. All we have is connection. Really, yeah. When it comes down to it, it's connection. It's how you relate with other people. So no matter what your belief systems are, there are connections that can be made. And if we find those connections, we can live in harmony.
And it's service what you've done,
Yeah.
It's kind of a healing.
It is. It's definitely healing for me. And that's something I had to learn, that giving and receiving are a two-way street. Mm-hmm. You can't just do one or the other. You have to do both.
Okay, yeah.
So it was hard. It was hard because I came up, you need to be a giver. It's all about giving. You can't receive. Well, from teaching, having students, training people on jobs, it's back and forth. If you don't learn from a student, then you're not teaching right. So
yeah,
I think that's, it's cyclical to me. Yeah. It's a spiral. We come in, we get to revisit things that we need to learn, and we get to spiral around and find it again. And that's my take on it so far. That's where I am today.
That's amazing. And I am so grateful for this. I really hope that this will go like all over the world. I'm gonna help a little bit spreading the word of it and put some paintings, if you allow me, like a video passing in this.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And do you have like any message for people that are like a little bit of doubt what to expect for this?
I would just say be open. Think about what you want, but the universe has a very good sense of humor.
Oh.
So you're going to get what you need. You're not going to get what you want, but you're going to get what you need.
That's amazing. Oh, Jeff, thank you so much.
Thank you, Indira. I really enjoyed meeting you and talking with you, and I would love to keep talking with you,
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another one. But for now, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you so much for being so nice.
Great, thank you as well.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.